Good day, dear students. My name is Raximov. I am a teacher of Bucharest State University. Today we are going to talk about the Earth is our home and our planet. This is a theme of the subject integrated language skills for the second courses. So the content of our lesson. Next, please. So the content is: take the world in your hands. The second, the Earth might look like in a few years. The world is precious and we need to keep it that way. So, I'm sorry, okay. So, the fourth, 10 ways to save the planet. The fifth, organizations of environmental protection, air pollutants, acid rains, greenhouse effect, pollution of water and deforestation. The next file, please. So, what does take the world in your hand means? We know that in our solar system there are 7 planets, and our planet Earth is an alone planet in which there is existed the life. So, to take the world in your hands means to protect our planet from everything, from pollution, also from greenhouse effect, and so on. The next file, please. Earth might look like in a few years. So what does it mean? We know that there are a lot of population in the world, and every people tries to take off rubbish in the world, so in our Earth. So that became a dumping ground. It means after 50 years, maybe 40 years, our ground looks like a dumping ground. The next file, please. So, the world is precious and we need to keep it that way. What does it mean? So, you know that if there is no Earth, there is no place where we can live. It means so we should protect our Earth, protect from deforestation, so protect from pollution, so protect from greenhouse effect. The next file, please. So, 10 ways to save the planet. The first one is plant trees and save trees. You know that trees are the main thing which produces the oxygen in the world. So that's why we should plant more trees and save the trees. The next one, save paper. We know that paper produces from trees, and that's why we need to save the paper. So get used living the natural weather and climate conditions. Nowadays, the climate was changed. It was changed so suddenly. So, what does it mean? We know that there are a lot of bad climate circumstances in the world, especially in Africa, especially in the countries of Asia, and so on. So, limiting using deodorants and aerosol sprays. They are also makes air pollution. Builders and architects should use less glass. So, glass helps to heaten the weather. So, we know that by the science of physics, the glass is used as a prism, which can give you the shines of sun. That's why we should use less glasses in our architectural buildings. The next one, please. Next one. So, conserve electricity. So, electricity is a main source of energy in the world, but we should conserve electricity. So that's why they were produced a lot of economical lamps and so on. Save water. Water is also the main thing which we need in the world. So, drive less, walk more. So the car is a main thing, main transportation nowadays. So, but we should walk more. So we go on foot everywhere. It's also useful for our health. Use less plastic. So plastic is produced a lot nowadays. In any cases, plastic bottles, plastic chairs, and so on. But we should use less plastic and use ecological food. So you know that to make an energy we should use ecological food. Thank you. Next one, please. So organizations of environmental protection, Friends of Earth International, Greenpeace, so Committee of Fair Status of Wild Street of Nature in Canada, Living Lakes, and World Wildlife Fund. Next one, please. So it's the first one, Friends of the Earth International. So this is an organization, independent ecological organization of worldwide. So the next one, next slide, please. Okay. So Greenpeace is also the most important committee. It's also protect the wood forests of all over the world, and also it protects oceans and the fauna and flora of the world. So next slide, please. Committee for Fair Status of World Street of Nature in Canada. So this committee expanded in the wild nature scientists. So it's also protect fauna and flora. Living Lakes, International Agreement of Pro-Ecological Social Organization, which protects so rivers, lakes, and so on. World Wildlife Fund. So this fund also protects wildlife in the world, especially it protects the animals. And it also pay money for protecting the nature. The next file, please. Air pollutants. So what are they? Air pollutants are the main causes of global environmental threats such as ozone depletions, acid rains, or greenhouse effects. So most of pollutants of the environment are gases. Gases also bad for our health, for health of humanity. So next slide, please. Acid rains. So you are watching in a picture so the reason and the effect of acid rains. The next slide, please. Greenhouse effect. Greenhouse effect, it means the temperature was rising in the world, and the ices in the north part of the earth and in the south part of the earth became so they are disappearing nowadays, and it also makes a lot of problems with climate of the world and ecological problems. Next one. So pollutions of water. So water pollutions are the gases and the, for example, the gold which was taken under the oceans. They also make a pollution of the oceans and lakes. Next one, please. So deforestation. We know that most oxygen, more parts of the oxygen of our world, produced from forests, and nowadays we are beginning to destroy our forests. It also maybe the rule of disappearing some animals from the world. Next slide. And conclusion. So what should we do? We should protect our earth. Why? Next slide. So because it is our home and we lived there. Thank you. Goodbye.